Hello, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name's Wendy Wing. I'm doing a reading for the collective. Welcome, collective. Hope you're doing well. All right, so the overarching energy for today's reading is Lizard Dream Time. Pay attention to your dreams and visions. I'm getting a split energy in today's reading. There's like you have a knowing that there's some path that you're headed down that you feel such resonance with who you are. And then there's this distraction energy that's causing frustration that's coming through. So maybe that will come up in the reading. Let's take a look, see. So collective, in the past, can't tell if this is your energy or not. Let me clarify. Wow. Clarifying 9 of Pentacles in reverse with 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. I'm getting that this is referring to, I'm reading this, I'm interpreting this as you, I feel like you thought you were very independent and successful, and really you were more dependent on others than you expected. There's this dependency, codependency energy in some connection that you were in the past. I get that together there's this codependency, a failure to succeed, a relationship that just was not long lasting. I get the feeling that you were trying to make things work, that you were wanting to make things work, but there's something about this connection that's just not it seems like on paper, and maybe at the beginning it seems like two very strong independent people working together, but it ended up being a connection where you brought out the worst in each other. At least that's where it ended. Like in the beginning, there's all this promise and these two very strong energies, and then where it ended was unhealthy. It appeared more successful than it really was. It feels like maybe it was hard for the people in this connection to really own that this is not successful. And so but from this energy in the past, I feel like you really do want to work with others. You want to collaborate with others. You're looking, and you looked through your past, your history, trying to figure out why this didn't work, why this was so unstable, why there was a lack of security in this connection. I feel like you have fond memories in the past about this connection, even though it did not end up where you expected it to end up. Where it ended up was Ten of Swords, a lot of betrayal. This is definitely not a fairy tale happy ending. If anything, it's feels more like the story of a nightmare, because at the beginning it feels wonderful and it seems wonderful and it feels like we're going to work together and everything's great, and then it just keeps derailing. Nothing works the way you expected it to work. I think that's why it's so disappointing, because it felt like there were a lot of possibilities, and instead it just ended with so much imbalance. This feels like a lack of acknowledging the imbalance, a lack of acknowledging in an honest way that this relationship has run its course. It's not going to recover. If this relationship in the past were a patient, the patient was in hospice, and still I feel like there's a little bit of delusion, like we can still bring it back. We can, this relationship can still survive. I'm laughing, but it's not. I mean, while going through it, this is just the most painful situation. It's easier to laugh than cry. Like, this was just because there was this lack of acknowledging that the relationship was on life support, and nobody really acknowledging, for whatever reasons. It feels like there's a bit of a fourth wall in the relationship. So there's a lot of pretense, and we can't break the fourth wall and be honest that about this relationship. For some reason, there was a lack of honesty within this connection about the connection. And so instead of mature response, instead of being honest, instead of trying to just say, this isn't working, how do we end this and go our own ways? Instead, it's like, I don't know what to do. I'm so unhappy, so I'm just going to annihilate my partner. Ten of Swords, the worst type of betrayal. I'm going to kill this relationship and everybody attached to it so I can have a new beginning. It's a what is that? Scorched earth, scorched earth policy that someone took because they didn't know, were unwilling or unable to look at this in a mature way. And so it created so much imbalance because it was already a destructive situation. It was already something that was not successful. It was already something very painful, some living a lie and uncomfortable. And so let's make it worse. Let's make it something that to make it end. I mean, I get why, but it's such a painful way to end something. And it is what it is. Yeah, and it just created so much horrible pain and karma instead of being honest and working through. I feel like whoever created the Ten of Swords, they just don't have the maturity to do anything otherwise. Yeah, there's just a lack of maturity going on. In current energy, there's the Chariot in reverse. So in your current energy is this energy, in this energy of current energy. Can I say energy some more? In your current energy is a lack of forward motion, a lack of moving on, lack of direction. What's this coming from? Again, there's something kind of holding up your energy right now. It's around, there's something about a truth, a secret that's keeping someone in their emotions. Some way of being, yeah, wow. Interesting. Boy, there's some real stuck energies in this current energy. Gosh, energy. There's someone isn't moving forward because they're trying to avoid an uncomfortable truth, and it's keeping them stuck. It's keeping them stuck in their emotions, and I feel like they're way out of their depth. They're so in their emotions, and it's affecting their mental ability, their mental body. It's keeping them stuck and repetitive and unable to really discern and understand what's going on. This is someone who, as I'm tuning into this energy, it's hard to even describe it, because when you are in your emotions and your emotions are feeling you instead of you feeling your emotions, you feel caught up. I feel like whoever I'm talking about, they're avoiding. They're trying to avoid the truth. They're trying to avoid looking at the truth. They don't want to own up. They don't want to be accountable for the truth of the situation. They're trying to figure out how to manipulate their way through this situation. This is all, it's like this is someone, I'm describing someone's energy who is trying so hard to avoid ego death, to avoid their own ego death, trying to avoid where they've been wrong. They're so worried about how they are being perceived that there's like, how I am perceived is more important than the truth. It's really holding on to lies they've told themselves and told others. Interesting. Okay. It's keeping this person, I feel like they're trying to avoid, whoever this is, they're trying to avoid the truth with such ferocity, because they can feel that if they accept the truth, if they go down this rabbit hole and see the truth of some type of situation, that they would have to own up and take accountability, that type of thing, and look at their ego. But so instead, they're experiencing a complete, like, no, it's not me, denial, and it's keeping them so depressed. This is someone who is holding back their own happiness. I'm getting ego. They're very much in their ego, and they don't see that this is what's stopping them. They are experiencing like this fragile sense of self, that how would I start over? How would I even forgive myself? How would others forgive me? How would people perceive me if they knew the truth? Right. I feel for this person, whoever this is, if this is you, if this is someone, it feels like this could be someone, since we talked about this past energy, whoever this connection was. It doesn't have to be a romantic connection. I mean, Nine of Pentacles in reverse twice. This could be about a business, a work environment. There's a lot of pentacles showing up in the past, but it could be because this is who created security with you, some types of stability. But so I'm not sure whose energy this is. If I were to give a guess, I'd say it's who you were connected with in the past, who brought the Ten of Swords energy. I'm not sure why well, test. Why are they showing up? Why is this important for collective to know about right now? Why does the collective need to know about this story? Okay, I'm getting that in current time, this person is grieving. I don't know if they know what this feeling is, because they're so entrenched in emotions. But it feels like they are finally accessing. I think they're realizing in current energy that by the scorched earth policy that they had, by exploding this connection with the most betrayal possible, doing things the most hurtful way possible, causing the most damage, causing the most imbalance, causing a situation that is irreparable, that they can't come back from, is now they're grieving. They're grieving because their behavior created a scenario where I feel like you are not in connection with this person. It does not feel that I feel like you see them now. How can you trust someone who consciously put 10 swords in your back instead of just talking and saying, hey, this isn't working? They caused such imbalance in your life. And it feels conscious. It feels like they consciously wanted to create as much disruption, like take out their frustration with and disappointment with that this connection did not go anywhere, and take it all out on you, instead of there's two in this connection. there's a lack of taking any responsibility. So what I'm getting in this current energy is that karma is coming back around. That whatever they put you through, they are now receiving in current energy. How unhappy they made you, they are now unhappy. They have blocked their own blessings. That's why they're not moving forward. With the Ten of Swords, they blocked and created, they created the most painful ending possible that took a long time for you to recover from and heal from. And they just walked away fine, so they thought, and leaving you in the rubble of this scorched earth policy. But now they are unable to move forward. It's and it's their own doing. They created this. They're really unstable right now. There's a lack of stability. They want to come in from the cold. They feel that you are the key. So I'm getting regret. I'm getting that they didn't realize what they had. Yes, this connection ran its course, but there were some benefits to it. Feel like they want to, I don't feel like they're going to connect with you. I feel like they're afraid to connect with you. The wrath that you might have still, even if you've moved on and you've forgiven them, it feels like you've got some good, healthy defenses up that this person is capable of this type of behavior. You've moved on. You are learning a new way of being. You are learning more about yourself. You're inspired. You're taking a new path, a new direction. Very exciting. Lots of people are communicating with you. Things are moving for you. So at first, with the scorched earth policy, it took you a while to heal from that and gain back what this person had exploded in your life. It felt very crippling what they did. And now they are feeling that kind of crippling effect in their life. I do not feel, it seems that you do not see this person as an option. They're completely unfulfilling to you. Maybe part of that is they treated you like an option. And now that your ships are coming in, and your ships are coming in, you're looking good, you're moving forward, you've got new ways of being, people are wanting to connect with you, there's something very appealing about your energy right now, and you are attracting so many new experiences, positivity, new people. It's like your path is coming to you in a very profound way. And you're moving towards celebration. You're moving towards finding people. You're moving towards a connection that will work. I feel like this connection, no matter in the past, did not turn out, did not have the longevity that you were hoping for. But there's something that, because you've learned so much on your journey that, and you've leveled up, there is something coming your way. And whether this person realizes it on some energetic level They can feel you moving on, your life turning out much better, which was not their hope was to decimate you, and that they could get away and have a good life. And by destroying you in the process, then there would be the see, they were doing so much better with me. They need me. They need me. They can't exist without me. Wow. And that's what the destroying you, creating complete imbalance in your life. I think they were really hoping that this would slow you down permanently, or slow you down so much so that they would have like a head start in their new life and feel so much better, and you would be stuck forever is what they're really hoping. So they could say, see, now me, with me, they did so much better, and without me, so it's an ego game. This person's really in their ego. But that's not what's happened. What's happened is that you've learned new ways of being. You're following your inspiration. People are flocking to you. You realize that you're no longer an option. Your ships are coming in. Success is either already hitting you, you're already receiving the abundance, or it's on its way, and you're celebrating. You can feel successful relationships, successful connections, celebration. Life is much easier. And that is not what's happening in this person's life. Everything that they doled out to you is now coming out for them. And it's karma. I'm not sure. Do they realize that this is karma? I'm curious. Do they realize that this is their own making? It's basically what they put out, they get up. The devil. Okay, that's still, do they realize that this is like addictive behavior? Do they realize it's codependent behavior? No, they're still very unconscious. They would love to have you stuck in their snare again. They would love, they're remembering how, that actually when you guys were both in Nine of Pentacles in reverse and dependent on each other, that they had a lot more control. They could really pull your strings. And they're bummed because it seems that you ghosted them, that you are not even paying attention to their energy. You're not communicating with them. I feel like you're like, oh, scorched earth. Okay, well, all right, now I got the message loud and clear. That relationship is over. Our connection is over. All right. And I feel like they want so badly for you to need them. They want so badly to be able to show up so they can continue with codependency or you depending on them. But it's just, you just, yeah, that it doesn't feel like I feel like you know too much. You've seen too much. And again, temperance in reverse showing up again in your center of your reading, your higher self. The very center of this reading is about imbalance and about realigning, bringing about taking imbalance and creating an alchemical effect of healing from this. I have to say, feeling and looking at these energies, you have this amazing ability to take some of the most destructive, imbalanced energies and heal them within yourself. And it takes so much bravery. It takes so much courage. It takes a lot of honesty to look at yourself and to try something new, to look at different energies that are new for you, even though that comes with some worry because they're new, they're unfamiliar. What you've learned is that when you stay in imbalance, and an imbalanced connection, whether it's a relationship or work relationship, family, friends, whatever that imbalanced connection is, that it leads to a lack of success. When you consciously, like this person consciously created imbalance, consciously created the worst type of betrayal again and again and again, that is karma. Whenever you put out trying to consciously, there's something about consciously, someone who really chose, that was a conscious choice to trip someone up, to take away their victory and success, to win at any cost. Someone who's willing to destroy others for a temporary gain, that this is what happens. I don't even know if you know what's going on in this person's life, but it feels really horrible. It feels awful. It feels like nobody wins. Nobody wins when you purposefully try to imbalance others around you so you can have a success. To me, this feels like a duh, but kind of message. But yeah, why are we? Maybe you just need validation that you are moving on, you're doing great, and maybe you've asked for justice, for a balancing. Maybe some of you want to know that this person isn't getting away with whatever they did. I'm not quite sure why this energy is dominating your reading so much. I feel like you've learned these lessons. Maybe there's someone out there listening that maybe they are this energy. Maybe they are the one who was consciously, purposely so destructive to someone else. And maybe this message is for that person. How to get unstuck, how to take accountability and responsibility for your behaviors, how to really see yourself clearly, be willing to see the truth about your own actions, to see the cycles that you're perpetuating, to not judge yourself, that we are all in lesson. Yeah, I'm not quite sure, to be fair. Your challenge right now is 3 of Cups. celebration, friendship, collaboration, community, happiness, joy. I wondered if she'd show up. Justice in reverse. Challenge being that a belief that things aren't even. The challenge that this person did all this and is going to get away with it. That type of belief, that there's a lack of justice. This feels like this answers my question, and why this is coming up is you might be still things going better, but you're like, this person got away with this. They were so painful and so disruptive. It didn't have to be this way. It did not have to go down like this. And so there's still there's a lack of justice. This person, in your perspective, is having a great merry old time. They've moved on. Life is happy. And I think why Spirit is showing us this right now is they're not happy. They're stuck. They're as stuck, if not more, than where you were. They might be experiencing that someone purposely did this to them. Someone who they thought was their new beginning was actually their devil. Someone they thought was their ticket out of being stuck in a relationship that wasn't going anywhere. That might be it. Especially with the Three of Cups. So maybe part of this Ten of Swords devastation is that they wanted to jump into a new connection and have instant success, but they didn't want you to have success. They wanted to leave you in ruins because somehow they're really competitive and gnarly this way. It's just, I don't understand the mental gymnastics that this person has to go through to justify how they behave towards you. And let's see, I want some clarification on, so I'm getting that there was a third party in this that they went to, and or it doesn't have to be romantic, but I'm feeling for a lot of you it is, but they went to someone else. They chose someone else, and it created even more of an imbalance. It halted your ability to have the rebirth. They purposely, again, I'm getting this message again and again in a cycle. It's a very similar message. It's just more devastating with each thing that I get. I feel like we've got a pretty clear picture of how cruel this person has been. I feel like what's coming through now is about the third party, whoever this person went to. So it's another layer of betrayal, of a third party betrayal with someone who they thought was really charismatic and had a lot of joy and a spark, and it might have been a lot of sexual attraction. but unfortunately, it doesn't look like this is a long-term plan. This is, it doesn't feel like this connection is or was, it worked out, that it didn't work out, that it wasn't a connection that was long lasting, which, hey, no shame. It doesn't look like when you were connected with this person that had the longevity that was expected either. And it feels really difficult for the person you were in the past connection with, because I think so. This person in the past was very manipulative, very controlling. This is someone who their rules are the rules. The way they see things are the way things are. They're domineering, they're bullying. Did I say controlling? They want to move you around like a chess piece on the board. They want to surround themselves with people who they can manipulate and move around. And I have to give it to this third party person. Yeah, that's not part of their game. They can't, they won't allow or can't. They're like, no, you can't manipulate me. I don't want to play that game. The third party person sees the person you were in this connection with in the past as a burden. This connection is much more of a burden than they thought. Feels like the third party person thought this is going to be amazing. I can't wait to get together, that we get to destroy either your person, or they painted you as such a bad person, that you were to blame for all the unhappiness and the lack of potential and why things failed. And so everything that was done to you, all that 10 of Swords, all that purposeful imbalancing that they did to destroy you and keep you from moving on and healing. I think now the third party person is realizing that that the person you were with is just a bag of burdens, man. Bag of burdens. They are just, they're a downer, man. They don't have the motivation to go forward. They don't carry happiness. They're just, this is someone who's moody, someone who's not going anywhere, who won't make any changes, who lies to themselves, someone who's in the manipulation, mental manipulation, who still pines over on some level you, is still trying to figure out how to have their cake and eat it too. But they burnt that bridge, but they're grieving over that. And the third party's like, why are you grieving? That means you miss this connection. You have, boy, this can of worms. The third party is standing their ground, possibly creating some barriers, like seeing clearly who they got in connection with, that boy, things weren't, wow. I think who is having the realization in this, who's really seeing things more accurately, is this third party. Wow. All right, so let's get some messages from this person from the past. What does this person from your past want to say? I can be myself with you. I think this person, you guys were definitely mirroring each other's energy in the past, very enmeshed, very dependent on each other. But because you mirrored and matched each other's energy so well, I feel like you created a safe space for this person to be themselves. And they have yet to experience that since you've been gone. I don't know why this happened. Okay, so that's that lie energy. Like they don't even know how to approach the truth because they're really still in their ego. And to figure out why this happened this way, they would have to take responsibility for their really atrocious behavior and own it. Your intellect arouses me. Yeah, especially now that you're too smart for them. Oh, this is interesting. So in the past, their rejection of you that was very brutal, I think I've made that very clear, might have created rejection creates obsession within you. You've cleared a lot of that. You're not obsessing over this person. You're seeing things clearly. You're moving on. Your ships are coming in. You're celebrating with others. Life is really good. However, it's really hard to find others as intelligent as you. That is also someone who's stable and successful and caring. And so the fact that you are having a glow up and you want nothing to do with their energy with them anymore is now creating an obsession for you. That's what's going on. You have sensed they got to reject you first, and that made them feel really good in their ego that they got to reject you. And you've healed from that. You've learned a new way of being. People are really attracted to you. Your ships are coming in. You're celebrating. You're moving on. And now they're experiencing that obsession creates rejection. They feel rejected by you and they want back in your energy. I admire you. I accept that this is a message. I admire you, but it comes out, I'm feeling it as jealousy, envy. They would so much prefer if you were sad, destroyed, unable to come back, depleted. Let's get the third party. Is there anything that the third party, any messages from the third party? That validates what I was saying, that they're now seeing your person as a burden. That this isn't the new beginning. This person sold themselves and their relationship with you as very different. They wanted to recreate a toxic codependent connection with this person. And boy, the third party is just like, I'm not interested. This is not fun. I don't find you fun. You're emotionally draining. It's all about manipulation. There's a lack of, I mean, it was really fun to be in this connection when you're sneaking around and you're a secret lover and you've got all of the, I mean, it feels like an amazing future. And when the reality, once there's no one in the way of their connection, that was part of the fun. That was most of the fun, is the sneaking around and the yearning for each other, and the mutual the mutual destruction of you, the mutual blaming of everything on you. They brought them, like, I don't even feel that you know this third party person, and yet this was someone out in the world that was like, yes, destroy them, they're horrible, and they don't even know you. I feel like they really believed a lot of, because this person's good at mental manipulation. Easy for me to say. So anyway, all right. Here this energy is again. Hope this was helpful. Hope this shed some light. Let me know if you liked this. Excuse me. Thumbs up, like this video if you're still following, and if this was helpful for you. I'd love to hear how this relates to something that you're going on in your life. And I never really kind of got the full piecing together how lizard and dream time, paying attention to your dreams and visions. Is this something you envisioned would happen, or are you visioning yourself out of this situation? I'm curious if you know how this connects overall with this reading. I'm not quite getting, it's not gelling and completely piecing together for me. So, all right, that's your reading. Take care. Bye.